News 8's Chopper reporter Jo Eager has spent the last decade of her life chasing down stories.
But 5 years ago, she became the story when a rattlesnake attacked her. Jo was asked to write about her near-death experience in the new Chicken Soup for the Soul book. Jeff Sevely joins us live from Mission Trails Regional Park with her story. Jeff?
Carlo, here's a look at the book. It's 400 pages long, and in it there are stories that come from all over the country. People who survived cancer, job loss, and abuse. Jo Eager's story, it comes from these hills.
Like an antelope racing from a cheetah, I turned around and ran as fast as I could.
Reading her own story, titled Rattled, in the new Chicken Soup for the Soul, News 8's Chopper reporter Jo Eager relives the day 5 years ago when she was bitten by a rattlesnake.
Yes, I did think that it was a possibility that I might die.
Jo was hiking in Mission Trails Park in 2008 when she stepped around a bush and suddenly noticed blood was streaming down her ankle. Her hiking partner called 911 as her entire body began to shut down.
My lungs started swelling when I was waiting for the helicopter. That's when I was getting pretty worried.
Copter 1 rushed Jo to Sharp Memorial Hospital, where she asked the emergency room doctor,
"Am I going to be okay now?" And he said, "I don't know yet." That's one swollen foot, huh?
Jo was hospitalized for 15 days and gained 60 pounds from the swelling.
It was, at least from reading my records, 28 vials of anti-venom.
Partially paralyzed from the rattlesnake bite, Jo had to teach herself how to walk again.
The growth in life comes through the hardships.
That's why she figures her story was one of 101 inspiring tales published in the book that teaches people how to turn lemons into lemonade.
Yeah, that our growth comes from the challenges that we face in life and overcoming those obstacles in order to grow and evolve.
Jo says she had to survive for her 2 sons, and the experience taught her to live life with more compassion and no grudges, because she says any day could be your last.
When you go out the door, you just don't know what the day might bring. And you might never, there is a chance you couldn't see your loved ones again.
Although a beautiful necklace reminds her of the attack, Jo is no snake lover.
I'm sure they serve their purpose, but kind of like cockroaches, what is it?
Yes, she still hikes, but these days it's with snake-proof boots.
There's always a silver lining, don't you think?
Chicken Soup for the Soul was released 2 weeks ago. It sells for $15. This is my copy, signed by Jo Eager. She's hoping to sign many more copies and share her story and this book with all of San Diego. Carlo?
Thanks, Jeff. And on that note, Jo will be holding 2 book signings in September in the East County. One at the Santee Library, the other at the Lakeside Library. For those dates and times, click on the hot button at CBS8.com.